Welcome everyone, welcome to another preview. This is MetalCanyon and we will be previewing a game by Mothership Entertainment called Aven Colony. It is a space colony, or well I should say exoplanet colony building type simulation. A little bit akin to the SimCity genre or City Skylines, but of course, you know, it's quite different, although it does share similarities in the fact that you build a city, you have to take care of people's happiness, their jobs, and so on and so forth. And of course also resources. And let me just say that I'm extremely excited about games like these. I love city building games. I've played pretty much all the SimCity games apart from the very latest one, which was just ridiculous that it was just online in tiny cities and blah blah blah, but let's not get into that. I also played through City Skylines and such, so I do love these types of games. But of course, you know, if Aven Colony is not good, I'll obviously tell you that, because if it's not good, it's not good. If it is good, it's good. Hint, it's good. Anyway,
welcome to the Aven Expedition.
We're just going to skip this for now. And here we go. I'm going to start on this second campaign mission. I've already played through the first one a little bit. I haven't actually finished it, but I have, you know, played through the tutorials and such, so I do have a bit of an idea of, you know, how to do everything. Let me just pause the game. Look at these bird-like things. That's pretty cool. Now, the one cool thing, I mean, the really cool thing about this immediately is that the graphics look pretty nice, and just like in the Anno series or City Skylines, you can also pan the camera down quite a bit so you can actually see the entire, you know, landscape and such, which is pretty damn awesome if you ask me. Now here is our little colony. At the beginning, of course, it's rather small. It's got very basic things. It's got like some corridors here. It's got the intake fan for the air, because the colony has to be sealed. Because since the planets we're on, well, we're only on one planet, I believe. It does have an atmosphere, but it's mostly carbon dioxide. And of course, you have probably learned that carbon dioxide is not exactly the best idea for people. We've got our storage modules here. These are all just beginning, you know, basic modules that I don't think you can actually make these ones, because these ones are actually, you know, the very, very basic ones that the colony comes equipped with standardly. And you can build better stuff later on, like this solar panel, for example. These life support modules are also something that comes standard with the colony. Now, we have quite a few stats we have to take care of. Oh yeah, look at this. Bloody hell. I don't really know if that poses a danger of some sort, but yeah, that's pretty crazy. We have also a new mission available.
To your new colony. Commissioner Veronica is eager to see how you can grow this small settlement on Aven Prime. Here is your first objective.
It's a challenging site for a colony. It sits near the rim of the Great Eastern Barrens, and there is very little arable land. Yes, there's farming as well. We'll need a bit more electricity to get this colony going. Place a geothermal generator on the adjacent geothermal vent. And it also tells you, you know, what you need to do. And you can click Show Me. So here's the geothermal vent. Occasionally emits clouds of deadly hydrogen sulfide gases. Place a geothermal generator here to generate electricity and prevent toxic gas emissions. Now, the toxic gas emissions, that's also something you have to take care of, because over here on the bottom, we have quite a few stats about the colony. Like, for example, food. Right now, we're consuming more food than we make, I believe. I still aren't completely sure about that. But the nice thing about, you know, this game is they give you a tooltip, a fairly detailed tooltip about pretty much everything you hover your mouse over, which is something, you know, games should really learn to do. And if I'm talking about tooltips right now, I should also mention another thing, the tutorial. Quite a few games I've played where I was almost tearing my hair out at, you know, the lack of tutorial, or when you start the game and you're expecting it to guide your hand and show you, you know, what to do. But no, it gives you a huge list of, you know, rebindable keys and commands and what to do, and it's like you have to read an entire novel before actually playing the game, which is something we were sort of, you know, used to back in the days, like 15, 20 years ago, but not anymore. And I'm really happy to say that this game does it excellently. It doesn't just give you a tutorial, it sort of guides you through the game as you go. The missions, the tutorial missions, tell you what to do, what the buildings will do, and so on and so forth. So they did an excellent job about that. Really kudos on that. So it, you know, eases you into the game and lets you play nicely. So let me stop babbling. As I said, we've got water here we have to take care of. We've got our storage capacities, which is 76% full. We've got our air quality. We'll need to, you know, take care of that, because if we look at the where's the air quality? Air quality. We see that it's pretty much 99 or 100% everywhere, which is good. So if this drops, we need to, you know, install more air filters and such. Then we have to keep an eye out on our population. We've got, you know, unhappy colonists, quite a few of them actually, 49% average happiness. That's not good. Probably because we've got 68% unemployment, because we've got 14 inhabitants here and 14 here, and pretty much no jobs, because these things are all automated. As you can see, they have no people. This intake fan has 4 jobs, and that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and the construction drone hub. So we need to start building, you know, buildings, so we get jobs as well as, you know, expand the colony. Over here we have nanites. This is basically your money. Now, nanites work in a slightly different way than other games, building games. You don't actually earn money as much as you make it. You make the nanites by mining iron deposits and other deposits, and then converting them via the nanite processors into nanites. And that is what you use to build things. So, in essence, there's no money involved in this game, even though, you know, technically this is money. And, of course, also electricity. In order to power more buildings, we will need more electricity, generating, you know, buildings like the solar panels. But of course, we will also need to make sure that, because there is a there's a winter season, you know, all the solar generators only produce about 50% of the electricity. So let's build a geothermal generator. It will snap on to the you know, to the geothermal vent, because obviously it cannot be built anywhere else. But let's put it over there, and let's unpause the game. The construction drones will come over and start constructing. They're fairly quick doing this, and of course the people will also be much more happy about this, because they will have jobs. What's that? Resupply pod beacon. This beacon marks the landing site for a resupply pod filled with food, water, and nanites. In the event of an emergency, the commissioner may decide to take a resupply pod available for summoning at this location. Oh, interesting. So there we go. So we've done that. We've gotten a reward, 8 nanites.
Those flying creatures around here? I sure hope they're friendly.
You might have heard people talking. That's because if we look closely, there's actually...
Hello, Governor.
People walking around. They live, you know, in their habitation modules, and they work. So if we look at this building, it's completely full right away. That's something that, you know, you'll usually want, because it gives you 100% efficiency and thus supplies 200 electricity. That's crazy, which is very nice. So we've got plenty of electricity now, and of course also our happiness will go up, because we only have 33% unemployment now. And usually, you know, in SimCity-like games, you usually fight unemployment. In this game, you will usually fight underemployment. Or, well, not underemployment, but overemployment, if I can call it that. Basically, you will not have enough workforce. I'll explain that later, but it's not a, you know, it's not a huge deal. Buildings will still operate. Even if I only had like 3 or 4 people here, we would still get plenty of electricity out of the building. So anyway, we have a new mission available.
Mission is available.
Now we need water. Build a water pump directly adjacent to your geothermal generator. There are some areas near the geothermal generator that have access to subterranean water and should be suitable for a water pump. As you begin dragging a water pump, look for the blue tiles nearest to your geothermal generator. See, this is really nice. And also, I completely... Whoa, that's a bit loud. I have completely forgotten to mention this, and I do apologize. This is a beta. This is still a beta. Having said that, this being a beta, it is incredibly polished and, you know, bug-free and fun. So the game will actually be released in 2017, which quite surprised me because that just means, I mean, the game feels very, very sort of complete already. But that really surprised me, which means that, you know, the developers certainly do not want to release an unfinished game. Anyway, let's build a water pump. Now, as you can see, this will give us these tiles, which will say no access to water. This is not connected to the colony, obviously, or no powered construction drones in range, because you can only build in a certain area around this construction building, which is circular. The range, but of course we're going to place it probably 0.6. Yeah, I'm going to place it here, 0.6 water per hour. And these yellow lines will tell you where the workers will come from. So as you can see over here in this window, it says will receive workers from. So as I said, the tooltips are very, very good. They always tell you everything. So if I click on the construction drone hub, oh, it doesn't tell me that for some reason. Oops, I don't want to do that. Also, music is cool. Let me see. No. Drone management. There we go. That's the range of the drone hub. So anyway, the water pump has been completed. 4 people are already working on it. And we are now in the positive with water. So we're actually producing more water than we're consuming, which is nice.
Mission is available.
Next, we need a source of metals. Build an iron mine on the big red iron deposit closest to the colony. That's that. You can also click Show Me, and it'll show you the deposit, which is very nice. So you don't have to, you know, search for it. Now, another thing is you might have noticed that the voice acting is quite good, actually, which is funny, you know, for a game like this where you don't really expect, you know, amazing voice acting. Now, some of the colonists are, yeah, they're okay, they're passable, you know, they're fine. But the narrators, the advisors, are really quite nice to listen to. So anyway, let's build a mine over here. There. So we'll build a mine. Let me see what. 18% unemployment. That's fine. We'll. What? I guess someone was complaining about having no work.
Hi, Governor. Pleased to meet you.
Can you... That would be fun if you could rename them. So we've done these 2 missions. Now they will start... there we go. People are arriving. They will start mining.
A new mission is available.
Our colony needs to be able to start growing its own food. Place tunnels to extend your colony out onto the green fertile area near the colony. Then place 2 farming structures, any combination of farms or greenhouse, somewhere in the fertile zone, but close enough that your construction drones can reach them. Set them to grow quinoa, which grows exceptionally well in this dry climate, and we'll get 31 soda. Alright, so they want us to build the farms here, but of course we'll need to be careful as, you know, we only have this much range. So we'll probably place, if you hold down space, by the way, you can click either the tunnel, which, you know, is basically roads, or, well, the tunnels that people can use to traverse the colony, or you can just hold down space. So let's do it like this and make sure, yeah, we can, actually, let me go to the farms and see where the green stuff is. So we're going to be growing the quinoa, a high-protein earth grain that grows well in dry climates. So as you can see, when you change your preferred plants, the overlay will tell you what parts, you know, are best for growing it. So obviously, watermelon's not really the best to grow here. Broccoli, yeah, okay. Corn, yeah, it's a little bit better. Barley is quite happy to grow anywhere around here, except around that geothermal vent. Rice is even happier still, but of course right now we want quinoa. So I'm going to be placing it around here and then connect it. Now the cool thing about the farms is I've learned that you have to give them as much space as possible because they will place the farmland all around them, you know. So let me put down another one. Another farm. Now, the farms will not produce any food when the place is frozen over. I'm not entirely sure if this desert area will freeze over as well, but we do have a winter season over there. But anyway, if you want to provide food for your colonists, you know, if you don't have enough stored, you will want to build a greenhouse. But right now, I'm just going to place down more of these. Let's place it here. There. Yeah, someone just complained that they were better off on the colony ship because, you know, this is the first exoplanet humanity has colonized, and there's a huge colony ship in orbit where people are waiting to colonize various places here on the planet. So we have another mission.
We have a new request for you, boss.
The next step towards creating a self-sustaining colony is to start manufacturing your own nanites for construction. There we go. So that's what we need to do right now. We need a nanite processor because we already placed down the mine. So let's just place it over here. Now, as you can see, it's not entirely necessary to put these tunnels everywhere. People can also go through the storage modules and such. I'm not entirely sure if there is a downside to that. They might be a lot slower when going through these modules. I'm still not entirely sure about that, but yeah, it's not necessary to connect every building with tunnels. So there we go. The drones are building the nanite processor, which will then, in turn, you will see this number over here change from a +0 to +0.5 or something, probably.
Hey, what's up?
Let me see. There we go. They're starting to process the iron. As you can see, you can...
Have you seen those flying creatures around here? I sure hope they're friendly.
You can, you know, enable or disable processing iron and copper, which is quite nice. There we go. +0.2. This will go up, of course. This is an average. So this, in turn, actually is making us money now. We can also upgrade this building. But right now, considering we only have 3 workers here and not enough, as I said, see, we have 0% unemployment. It's not really necessary at the moment, but we will be upgrading it later on. Now, of course, you want to make sure that you're making just about enough, you know, ore as you're processing, unless you're using it for something else, which, you know, this comes in really handy. If you want to stockpile copper, you'll just do this. You'll disable processing copper. So, you know, the game, the UI is quite intuitive, very nice, and never really held me back, I felt. So here are farms. Why aren't they placing farms around here as well? That's kind of odd. Are they? Oh, probably because there's only 3 people working here. I don't know. Either way, see, they're making... they're growing stuff. Wait a second. Oh, I placed a rice farm here? Ah, bloody hell.
Hey there.
Can I change it? I don't think I can. Ah. Oh, well. Well, I placed down a bloody rice farm. Oops. Right, so let's place down another one. Let's place down another one. This is my only complaint right now. If I click on the construction drone hub, it should show me the range. Let's see. Can I place it over there? Yes, I can. Sort of over here, I think.
Seen those flying creatures around here?
Like so. Oh, it actually... Oh, okay, never mind. It actually tells you if there's any powered construction drones in the area.
Hey there.
Let's place it down... here. No, actually, because that will block off that place. Let's place it... yeah, here for now. There. There's also a cargo pod over here. A cargo pod jettisoned from the orbiting colony ship sent a construction drone out to the spot to acquire its contents. It contains gold, potash, and nanites. So, excuse me. So there we go. They'll finish building that. Unfortunately now, you know, buildings are at much lower efficiency than they could be when people would completely staff them. But because we don't have enough people, well, that's not going to happen. Now, in order to get more people, you might think, oh, you know...
I'm pleased with the progress of your colony. You may select one of the following resources.
Nanites, rice, or potash. I'm probably gonna go for nanites. That's always nice. Or if they, offer me migrants, I choose that. Now, in order to get migrants, we will need to build an immigration center, which allows new colonists to immigrate from the colony ship or allows dissatisfied colonists to leave. So we will build, let's say, over here for now. Let's build it, and this will be your main income of new colonists.
Sure hope they're friendly.
You don't have to pay anything for it, except for the building and, of course, the people
I've consulted with Commissioner Veronica, and I'd like to make a few recommendations
up?
as to how to best serve your people.
Oh, there we go. We're going to need more colonists soon, and these old inflatable habs in your colony aren't going to be able to house too many more people. Build a proper habitat to house additional colonists. Oh, so they actually tell me the best location would be close to the fertile area. Well, let's build the residential stuff. They want us to build a habitat. So this one, not the apartment. If you build the apartment, you want to complete the mission. So let's build the habitat. Now this is also nice because these people will be close to the farms. And the people that work on the farms will probably move into this habitat instead of being, further away. Now, the ship has arrived over here at the immigration center. And because we only have one person working there, we're 25% efficiency and only getting 3 colonists per trip. The more people you have working here, the faster the colonists will arrive. I mean, the more colonists will arrive per ship. So, there's the new habitat. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Now, one really cool thing, by the way, about these solar panels, I really like this touch. If you move your camera like this, look at this, you can see the sun, and if you wait there, you'll actually see it move away, So the sun is, oops, I moved the camera there, and the sun is moving, whoa, 3 new missions, and the solar panel will move with it.
What's up?
So I think that's just, look, that's just a really cool touch, and it just makes for a cool screenshot as well, look at that, I love it. As I said, this game is just so bloody polished for having a release date in 2017.
A new mission is available.
Now that we're growing our own food, we need to expand our storage capacity. Oh yeah, because we're at 90%. Bloody hell, okay. Let's build the storage depot. I'll build it here, I think. Ah, there we go. Everything is freezing because we are in winter time. Now, as you can see, my electricity production has plummeted. Now, that's because of 2 things. One, it's winter time, and the solar panel only produces 9 electricity instead of 18. I think this will, yeah, it's still fall. It's not quite winter yet, but it will fall. It will fall by 50%. All of these will fall by 50% as well. But it's also because we've lost 4 workers at the geothermal generator. So instead of 220 electricity or 200, it's now supplying 120. So just, something to bear in mind. We'll probably also see snow and ice, or maybe not, I don't know. Desert areas can get quite cold, but let's see.
Mission is available.
Now that you have a few farming structures in place, you have a good source of food. Farming structures, like all structures, operate more efficiently at a higher structure upgrade tier. Okay, so they want us to upgrade one of the things. Yeah, let's upgrade this one. Upgrade, we need 5 nanites, which is very cheap. So, as soon as the drones are done over there, they will fly over there and upgrade the farm.
I have a request for you from the inhabitants of the colony.
We'd like to see this colony grow. If you can support 50 colonists, we will reward you with nanites and food. Make sure you have an immigration center, has sufficient power and staffing levels, and that you have sufficient housing to accommodate the new immigrants. Then you will need to wait for enough people to arrive. So we're already, doing that. Our maximum housing capacity is 68, so, far above 50 that they want. That farm has just been upgraded to level 2. Oh yeah, that's how they get more stuff. Okay. And of course we have the immigration center.
Satisfactory. I've been authorized to provide your colony with a small reward.
There we go. We have decided
wisely.
to grant you additional resources. 60 nanites, which is quite nice. 180 broccoli, all 12 immigrants. Obviously I'm going for immigrants right now because that will almost double, the number of people I have. And I mean, unemployment is still 0%. Most of the time, as I said, you will struggle with understaffing. So new immigrants are welcome.
We have a new request for you, boss.
There's a cargo pod near the center of the fertile area. Would like you to extend your colony by creating a second construction drone hub somewhere in that fertile area. So there we go. They're talking about that. So we're going to build another construction here.
Hey, what's up?
Probably over... No, I'm not going to place it there. I'm going to place it here, I think. Not the best, because this is the farm. Yeah, let's place it like this. It's not a huge deal. I mean, things are fairly cheap, especially if you're producing nanites at a proper rate. 0.7. Let's see. 33 iron. Yeah, I think I can upgrade this for 8 nanites, and you know, they'll be processing or synthesizing nanites a little bit faster, because I am getting more iron that I'm actually being able to process. So there we go. We're almost at 50 population, just need 7 more immigrants, which will be coming here. See, 5 new colonists per trip now, because we've got 2 people working there, so that's quite nice. And this nanite processor will be upgraded. And... come on, blink. There we go. So now they're a little bit faster doing that, and then we'll jump from 0.7 to probably like 1 or something. Of course, it's still only at 66% efficiency because we don't have enough people working here, but that's fine. As I said, even if it's just 2 people, you know, that's fine. There we go, 1.2 now, so we're getting more money. And the iron, let's see. Yeah, I think, yeah, we're processing iron a little more quickly than we're producing it, but that's fine.
A new mission is available.
Now that you've constructed the second construction drone hub, select the cargo pod and then press pick up. Alright, let's do that then. As soon as we click this, a drone will fly from the construction hub and pick up whatever's in here, which is gold, potash, and nanites. The potash is like a fertilizer. There we go. We've gotten gold, potash, and nanites. Nice. And you can use the potash to fertilize these things. See, use potash. But of course, this means that they're constantly using potash in case you don't have enough food. But of course, the farms, let's see 0% growth, winter. That's because everything is frozen over. Even though you don't actually see ice and snow over here in the desert area. In the previous map, everything, you know, got frozen and icy and such.
I've consulted with Commissioner Veronica, and I'd like to make a few recommendations as to how to best serve your people.
The next step is to build a trade hub so that we can exchange the gold you just picked up for some food. So that's nice. We'll be actually trading with a colony ship. So in a way, you know, our colony has become independent from the colonist ship. Because they won't just, you know, send us stuff for free. We need to trade with them. So we'll build the trade hub. Let's build it... let's build it here, I would say. Right next to the habitat. And, of course, now because the building is in range of both of these construction drone hubs, all 3 of the construction drones come over to help build this, making it, you know, build much quicker. So anyway, I'm just, you know, babbling on and on about... this and just playing it because honestly I'm just really enjoying this game and I cannot wait for it to come out. There's still some kinks here and there, like for example, I don't know, the population. Right now it just shows you 43 population. So every time I want to check if I have enough, enough habitats, I have to hover over this and see. Oh, okay. Let's see. It says housing capacity use 63%, maximum capacity 68. I would prefer if this said 43 out of 68, just so I know, you know, at all times how much housing capacity I have. I don't know. Is there any other complaints really apart from that? I don't know. I mean, look at this. You have so many different buildings. I love having, you know, a lot of buildings to choose from. I'm hoping this is not all of them, even though it's a fair variety, but, you know, mostly they're just sort of upgrades from one another. But there is quite a variety here, and of course there's also a research building where you can research new drugs, new plants, and so on and so forth. So it's really quite interesting and exciting, and I like how this skyscraper looks. Bloody hell, look at that thing. That looks cool. Of course, it does use much more power and nanites. Where's the power consumption? That's odd. See, this one requires 8 power. These ones don't seem to require power, but I'm pretty sure they do. Yeah, 16 electricity. Oh, there we go. That was kind of weird. Anyway, yeah, I mean, bottom line is, this game is in beta. It's still very much unfinished, yet at the same time, it's polished, and it's so much fun. The soundtrack is nice, it's appropriate, you know. Well, look at that, we're now making more food than we're consuming, because it's, the winter time is over. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I just want to play this. And also, if you prefer not to play with missions and such, there is, of course, a sandbox mode available as well. So you're free to expand and build a colony however you see fit. And of course, I didn't even show you the, you know, all these overlays about happiness, the housing overlay. People have, you know, all of this stuff is really nice. See, it shows you that you're mining iron here, that you're making nanites, that you're getting water, rice, quinoa, and so on and so forth. It shows you the location of the thermal vents, the air quality. There's a drones. Ooh, that's kind of weird. Construction drones can reach. Electricity, employment. You've even got crime, you know, and commute. Ah, see, shows the difficulty of commuting around each part of the colony. Ah, there we go. That's where the things come in handy. These things, the tunnels. Ah, so see, that's what will make it better, most likely. Let's see. Yep, see, it's already going down. There we go. Brilliant. Ah, okay. Well, hey, you learn something new every day. And also, as I said, I haven't even shown you the happiness, for example. This is freedom, the joy of freedom, invasive micromanagement of the colony through social policies will lower this, because you can actually have policies like, for example, where are they? There we go. Like rationing reduces food consumption at a significant cost to morale, water rationing, job switching ban, immigration ban, power monitoring, forced overtime, martial law, and stuff like that. So, you know, and we still haven't covered even you know, a quarter of the things that you can do in this game. For example, I still don't know what these scrubber drones do. Supports drones that automatically eliminate creep infections from structures within a fixed radius. So there's some kind of alien... I mean, there's obviously alien flora, but I guess this is also some kind of alien fauna of some sort of infections or something. But anyway, you know, you have to provide your people with water, food, security in form of... police drones, you have retail centers, parks, and so on, hospitals. It's just... and, you know, on top of all of that, the game looks bloody awesome. Look at it. I love how it looks. Everything is nicely sort of animated. Everything fits, you know, the world. It looks sort of sci-fi and... nice. People walk around corridors. You can...
I'm happy to be here on Aven Prime, Governor. It's a lot nicer down here than it is in orbit.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is. Especially if you found yourself there without a spacesuit. You know, it tells what people are consuming, how happy they are, how much health they have. It's just really nice. I can't wait for this game to be finally released in 2017. So yeah, big kudos to the developer. They're obviously not rushing the development of this game. They want to do it properly. I hope you've enjoyed this look at Aven Colony from Mothership Entertainment. This was MetalCanyon, and well, I will stop babbling now, and I'll see you in the next preview. Bye bye.